Okay, so we are going to finish constructing a rhombus. So I don't have a compass, so I just use 2 pencils and you put a rubber band around it, and honestly, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna pick up, we're going to measure this distance, and you will have to take extra caution to hold that the same. But we want to measure this distance because a rhombus has 4 congruent sides. So we make a mark, and then I'm going to use that same distance and make a mark on the other side. Okay, and we're just going to call that C. All right, and then from there I'm going to use the same thing. So just recalculate, yep. So I'm going to make an arc. And then from A we'll make a mark. Okay, so where those two meet, that's going to be D. So I will go ahead and use a straight edge. I just have a Post-it. And all right. Oops, sorry. All right, so let's do the square. Okay, so for the square, we want obviously all 4 sides the same, and we want right angles. So we're going to take our compass, and I need to find a mark. We're going to make the perpendicular bisector of this. So we're going to extend this line. Okay. And then I'm going to pick a distance that's the same on each side. So I'm just picking this, and I'm going to swing it the other way. Okay, and so that means that B is going to be in the middle of those 2 points. So let's just recheck. All right, so I need to come up with the perpendicular line that's through B. So you want to take your compass and you want to make, you want to make that longer than what B is because you want it to go over. So I'm just going to pick this length, and then you're going to swing your arc, keeping this the same. You want to swing your arc up, and then you're going to use that same, I got to turn my pencil so I don't change my angle, from the other side. Swing an arc. So where they intersect, that is going to be perpendicular to B. So take my Post-it, and we're going to draw a line that goes through. All right, so then I'm going to measure that distance and hold it straight to measure the distance up here. And I'll make an arc. I didn't make my thing long enough, so now I'll just extend my line. Okay, so there's C. All right, so now I can, since I know the distances and I've got 2 points, I can swing arcs that are the same length. So I'm going to measure that. Okay, and we're going to swing an arc over here. And then the same thing from C. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I have to turn my paper so I don't change my angle. So right here, and then we'll connect. Oops. All right. And the last thing, we need to find the center of rotation of the equilateral triangle. So we need to find the perpendicular bisector. Since all angles are 60, if we find the middle of each point, we'll have three, I'll draw it over here. We'll kind of have three lines, and I'm totally eyeballing this, the perpendicular bisector. And that's going to be our center of rotation. That's on an equilateral triangle, so ours will look a little different because we do have it exactly, all three sides and angles are the same. So perpendicular is going to be similar to what we did up here. So we're going to we need to find halfway through. All right, so I'm going to pick a distance like that. Looks like it's about the middle, so I'm going to pick a length that's longer than that, and I'm going to swing arcs. So I hold it at the top, that way I don't move it, and I just rotate my paper. So let's do, and I'm going to do it down here as well. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the same arc length on the other side. It is a little tricky when you're using a homemade compass, but that's the idea. Okay, so where the two marks intersect, we're going to take our Post-it and draw a line through them. And I really only care about the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to do that for the other two sides as well. So I'm going to make this my base, pick a length that's longer than half. Try to show that better. And swing your arcs. I just move my paper, and then I'm going to do it down here, and then do the other side. It's easier for me to move the paper. Then that way I can keep this straight. See, I'm holding it with all my fingers. I like to draw it so I don't lose my marks. So I'm going from here to here. All right. And then my last side is this one. So I'm going to make an arc. And from this side, okay. I know it's hard to keep track, but so from here to here. And they all meet in the middle. So that would be my center of rotation. So I'll be looking for these. All right, and the last question is kind of a review question. So we want to solve the system by graphing, substitution, or elimination. So if I look at these, you really can pick, but this one's already isolated for y. So I'm going to use substitution. So wherever I see a y in the second equation, I'm going to replace it with our new y. And since I don't have anything to distribute, I can combine like terms and then isolate x. So negative 5x equals negative 15, divide by negative 3, 5, and I get positive 3. So since that is x, we can find y by substituting. So y equals negative 6 plus 7. And our ordered pair for solution would be 3, 1.